What's up everybody, Tim Vex here and welcome to my YouTube channel. So last week I received a notification on my ESCP school app saying that my upcoming classes are gonna begin very soon. And that's when I realized that I'm actually receiving this notification after almost 1 year. And kind of made me look back and think, how did I actually spend my gap year? And to be honest, it wasn't that bad. So my gap year started in April 2021 and will be ending in August 2022. So it's slightly more than 1 year thanks to different holidays and vacations. The main objective of taking this gap year was to pursue an internship and get some professional experience. While the internship hunt had already begun before the gap year started, I did continue sending applications in the month of April and May 2021. Mid-May, I got a confirmation and my 1 year marketing internship in Paris commenced from June 2021. A big chunk of my time and efforts were directed towards this internship because I wanted to learn and grow professionally. But at the same time, I was very much aware that my life should not revolve just around this work and internship. So I promised myself that along with working for the company, I'm also going to work on myself. Learn new skills, make new friends, improve my fitness level, try new foods, travel, and so on. So the first thing I bought with my internship salary was a skateboard. I had a traditional skateboard back when I was a kid and I used to fool around with that board a lot. But I never really got a chance to use that board and eventually I ended up ruining that board due to my negligence. But in Paris, the streets are definitely more skateboard friendly. In fact, you even have this beautiful stretch of road that runs along the Seine River, and skating on that road is so much fun. So I bought a cruiser board and spent most of my evenings practicing. And over time, these practice sessions turned into a chill activity. Being able to balance and cruise on that board definitely feels so rewarding. All that effort in the beginning definitely gets paid off. And since I started skating, I eventually ended up meeting a lot of my classmates and other friends who skate as well. And we hung out and had an amazing time. The next thing that I did during my gap year was that I visited every single park in Paris. Why?
Hey!
Why?
Why? Because we f***ing can! Because we f***ing can! And if we can, we do!
Amongst the tightly packed districts of Paris, you'll always find a patch of green open space. There are approximately 34 parks in Paris and I visited every single one of them. Every park is so unique. Like for example, Jardin du Tuileries has a very flat landscape and it's a perfect place to chill and read a book. Whereas Parc de Bellevue has a higher elevation with a good view and overall the vibe feels more young and lively. I personally love Bois de Vincennes. I think after Bois de Boulogne, it's the biggest park in Paris. You can go for rowing, there's a beautiful lake in the middle. There are several different tracks around the park, so you can actually choose different tracks and explore the different areas of the park. And you can even spot some amazing birds there. I also love Jardin du Luxembourg. It's such a beautiful park and it is my go-to spot for my morning runs and also workouts. Talking about morning runs, I ran the Adidas 10K in Paris during my gap year. I always find myself more productive and motivated when I have a clearly defined end goal, maybe with studies, work, or even workout. For example, saying I want to do 30 push-ups in a row motivates me more than saying I want to be strong. In spite of me telling you this, even I slip off. And sometimes I do not have clearly defined end goals. So I was mainly focusing on calisthenics after moving to Paris, and I was not able to gauge whether my performance is actually improving or not. And that's when I saw this 10K run advertisement and thought of keeping this as a clearly defined end goal for my endurance training. I'm not a professional runner, so my only target was to complete the run in under 60 minutes. I trained for a month and was able to finish the run in 54 minutes. I managed to travel quite a bit as well. You see, I use the word managed here because when you're an intern, your workload is considerably high. For my job role, I had to be present on site for most of the part. So I used all the public holidays and weekends to travel in and around France. Within France, I visited Fontainebleau like 4 times because I absolutely love going for hikes there. I also visited Etretat, which was another beautiful place. I visited Reims, Strasbourg and Colmar. Then I went to Amsterdam and Haarlem in Netherlands. And Haarlem is the town where I had a friend with whom I had been in contact for 6 years online and I had never met him. So I finally got to meet him and we had a good time. I also made a vlog, link will be in the description. Finally, I also got to visit Bruges and Ostend in Belgium, which was absolutely stunning. And if I couldn't travel to some place physically, I like to travel through food. Here's the fun thing, in Paris you can pretty much find almost authentic restaurants from all around the world. Thanks to ESCP, I have quite a diverse friend circle who are kind enough to accompany me and educate me about their cuisine. I tried so many new cuisines for the first time. I tried cuisines from Morocco, Ivory Coast, Caribbean islands, Japan, and from different regions of China like Guangzhou, Sichuan, Xinjiang province, and it was a wonderful experience. Having a good friend circle is extremely important, and because of that I actually got to experience a racetrack for the first time. If you know me, you know that I'm very much passionate about cars and bikes. I've got opportunities to visit a lot of racetracks but never got the chance to experience one until a couple of months back. But how exactly did this happen? So I go to a lot of car meets and shows, and through these events I got to meet a lot of fellow car enthusiasts. We eventually started hanging out, went for a lot of photo shoots. One day my friend asks, "Do you want to join us for a track day?" And I was like, so I actually ended up going to the track and I got to experience the track in so many different sports cars. And dude, the feeling of experiencing a drift while you're sitting inside the car. Oh. And finally, the most fruitful thing that I did during my gap year was focusing on my YouTube channel. I was quite active on YouTube during my undergraduation days. Back then I used to have a motorbike, I used to go on a lot of road trips, and I was posting a lot of content on these topics. And eventually I had to sell my bike and I moved to France, and during this period my YouTube channel kind of took a pause because I was in a new place and trying to figure things out. And on top of that, there was studies, exams, internship hunt and all those things. So when my gap year started, I actually had a lot of time to sit and think about how to continue this YouTube channel. I decided to take content creation a bit more seriously and use this medium to improve my personal brand, develop my videography skills and step up my editing game. And thanks to viewers like you, this channel is actually growing and I like the direction in which this channel is moving. The primary principle of my channel is add value, and being able to achieve that while improving myself is the best feeling. All the things that I talked about are the highlights of my gap year. Needless to say, there were a lot of other fun things as well that I did during the gap year, like make new friends, read books, do touristy stuff, and not so fun parts as well, such as COVID isolations, government paperwork, mandatory classes and so on. So yeah, life is all about balance. I frequently get asked whether taking a gap year is worth it, and my answer will always be a big yes. I'm pretty sure that most of the people opting a gap year are doing it to pursue an internship, and the stipend that you'll be getting during your internship will be sufficient to sustain all your living expenses. But while you're at it, seize this opportunity to do the things that you wouldn't have done otherwise. Fill your life with experiences so that you have rich stories to share afterwards. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for making me a part of your day, and if you found this video useful, then consider subscribing, and I will catch up with you all in the next one. Till then, goodbye.